Hi guys, in today's video I thought I would film an update video so you guys can go and see. We currently only have 2 groups, so we did end up actually having 3 groups at one point, because obviously Perry, who was just there, and Nora, who was just there, were a bonded pair, and then we had my 6 girls, and then we had Boris and Pandora, who were just currently free ranging. And yeah, we ended up getting Perry castrated because obviously Nora is a little old lady now and Perry is only 1, so it kind of didn't make sense to just keep them as a pair when I had the 6 girls. So yeah, these guys are just trotting around right now. So we decided to get him castrated. We then found out that Rosie, who is just the white female back there, we then found out that she was pregnant. So we waited for her to have her baby, which was Poppy, who is just back there. And then we were going to do the bond. Now, the bond went really smoothly actually. It was something I didn't find a need to film because of how smooth it did go. And then things went bad. So obviously they moved in together, everything was great for about 2 weeks. They had gone out on their run, everything was very normal, kind of like today. And then I brought them in, that was fine. The next morning I woke up and Peach was lame on one side, so she could hold herself up, but her back legs were very weak, and it was a situation where obviously she needed immediate medical care. So I called work up and I was like, hey, obviously I had Peach who need to get seen, because at this point it wasn't an emergency, but it was, let's get her in. So they were like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Our head vet was in the afternoon, and then so I was like, okay, she can wait the afternoon. I'll have some Metacam, I'll give her some pain relief just in case she is in any form of pain. And yeah, she was still eating at this point, and then it all kind of went to crap really. So yeah, so I then went to put her in her carrier, so it was like 2 hours later, and she could not physically hold herself up. Like, she had flumped on her side. Perry, who was just there, was showing a very weird amount of aggression towards her. And yeah, she then was bleeding from her back end. And then I had contacted work again and been like, hey look, this is not an emergency. Obviously she's not, I didn't think she'd make it, to be honest, because she was bleeding, she was somewhat unresponsive, her breathing was quite shallow, but she was fighting it and she was seizuring. Took her in, and within about 5 minutes or 10 minutes, sorry, I'd had quite a few exotics look at her, and it was not a situation that we could obviously save. Yeah, so obviously we do have Martha, who is her daughter, who is just right there, and I'd contacted the breeder that I got Peach and Martha from, and I discovered that all of Martha's siblings are dead. They all died about 4 to 5 weeks old, which is obviously very young. Yes, they all passed away at 4 to 5 weeks. We did end up doing a post-mortem on Peach, and there was a lot going on. She had an abscess on her brain, she had neurological issues, she had basically her uterus had kind of flipped because she's had the baby so young and it just wasn't very developed. But yeah, there was just a lot wrong with her that wouldn't have been picked up, and she couldn't have been saved. But obviously now with the coming out that there was a major genetic issue, Martha is now being watched. She is fine at the moment, but obviously Peach went downhill overnight. So at the moment we're not too concerned about her, but obviously she will just spend the rest of her life being monitored. We do suspect that she's not going to live like a full 5-6 years. Like, she is teeny tiny. Like, you guys can see Poppy, who's just back there, and she's only 8 weeks old. I think he's about 4 or 5 months old now, and she's tiny. So yeah, the plan eventually is actually as well, so currently we only have 2 spayed females. We have Pandora and Nora, who are both spayed, but all these girls began spayed by 18 months old, which obviously we have Rosie, who is 3. I want to give her like another month or 2, obviously just to recover after having her baby and her hair's finally coming back, but she'll be getting spayed this year. And then Babs, Bunty and Beryl will be getting spayed this year, the beginning of next year. And then the 2 younger girls will be getting spayed at about a year old. I don't think Rosie's the only one who's kind of at an age where she'd get anything. I don't think she has anything, but it's more of a preventative now as well. But yeah, so that is today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.